Ladies and gents, welcome back to PokePlay. Today, I bring you a very interesting replay submitted by no other than Captain Link. Get ready, have a seat, get something to drink, because this game promises to be one of the most exciting games that I have casted in the channel. So let's go. Open the game. Now, before we start, I'm gonna plug this. Full amount of war, perfect. I know these two players. So on the left side of the map, we have Captain Link playing blue as the United States, his favorite civilization by far. He's a United States pro, and he knows the civilization inside and out. We're playing in the Great Plains of North America, full of bison, full of food, a lot of good mines all over the place, and good natives. And on the right side of the map, we have the Alligator 92 playing as the HAUDE, a very powerful Native American civilization that did at some point occupy parts of the North American Great Plains. So this is kind of like a historical, semi-historical matchup between the USA and the HAUDE. Different civilizations with different strengths. I think the HAUDE have a really strong tempo in age 3 with their fast fortress with the forest prowlers. The very same could be said about the United States. They have a good FF, but I think they're really shining in the industrial era. This first minute of the game, we're going to be focusing mostly on the treasures. I'm going to lower the volume of the game just a tiny bit so you guys can hear me better. I feel like I'm shouting. Captain Link is going to be claiming a nice 30-foot treasure. On the other side, Alligator is pushing for the middle of the map, going really forward and trying to get himself a nice little treat here. I think he spots that 75 coin treasure. He does, and he's going to be kind of grinding this treasure for that 75 coin. He knows, right? He knows how to stay away from the guardians, so that they get bugged and he can kill them for free, basically losing very little HP. So Captain Link has sent his very first card. It is Capitalism, which provides him with a very nice trickle of coin, 1.65 coin per second. That is almost 2 vills on coin. He's going to be aging up extremely fast with Delaware. So Delaware is the cheapest option if you want to age up as the USA. For 700 food, you can age up to the next era. A very attractive option for those of you that want to go up really fast and steady. Captain Link is going to be claiming this 110 food, very, very well scouted. But Alligator is not falling behind. He's going to claim another coin treasure, 70 coin. So it's interesting. The blue player PvP has claimed pretty much all the food treasures on the map, whereas the red player claimed all the coined treasures. Let me switch back into Alligator. Alligator has now 14 villagers and is chopping wood in transition. He is going to be aging up with the chief, which I believe improves his... actually, I don't know what he does. I thought it improved his explorer hit points, but I think that might be a different Native American civilization. So he is pulling back to his base, going for a market, and I believe he's going to make a TP because he almost has 200 wood gathered. Yeah, so it makes sense. So he has the explorer right there, and he's going to be making a trading post in transition. Very safe play, especially if you're playing a HAUDE. A nice little bit of herding right here, and I think we're going to be seeing some hunting dogs as well. Excellent, very well done. We switch back to Mr. PvP, Captain Link, however you want to call him. He is currently on 10 vills, but the fact that he got that Capitalism, he means that he has a nice bit of coin saved up, and I think you already know what this is. This macro is for. I think we're going to see a very fast age up to the Fortress era. Alligator scouting his opponent little by little, trying to get some intel on what is coming his way. He gets to the next era and he gets... Oh, I understand. He got a healer and he got a Travois. So a very nice age up. this travaux. Is it going to be an offensive travaux or a defensive one? We're going to see in a couple of seconds. I think it's going to be an offensive one. It's going really forward. So yeah, we have the Warhawk right here in the middle of the map. Asserting map control, not a bad play. Captain Link has also aged up. He's claiming collecting his XP crates and his coin crates as well. He sent his Virginia General Assembly, which is going to give him a free upgrade at the capital, and he's going to provide him with the capital itself, a very important building for the USA. It allows you to build a lot of your crucial buildings pretty much for reduced cost if you research the upgrade, and very quickly, so very little idle time. He is already aging up at 5 minutes and 18 with Tennessee. Interesting. He got his capital and he's going to be placing it forward. And just as he places the capital, I think Alligator is going to go forward, but I think it's a little bit too late to siege it. Sadly, this building's, the capital in particular, gets built very quickly. So he's going to be denied his early pressure, and he already hit H3, so Captain Link is 1 era ahead, and he has, at the moment, 4 sharpshooters, which are excellent units to deal against infantry. So Alligator has to make a decision. At the moment, he can't push. He knows that. He doesn't have the units for it. And he's actually going to commit to this H2 play. I don't know what to say. I mean, why would you commit to that? He doesn't have enough siege. He only has 5 tomahawks. And while he could kill the 4 sharpshooters, he's going to be able to take down the TC. He's going to be sending 4 Kanya horsemen to the forward base. Yep. And then he's going to be engaging. Captain Link punishing that forward aggression of the Haudenosaunee player with a nice little volley of the sharpshooters. Cavalry is coming in for the flanking maneuver on their sharpshooters, but their sharpshooters were pulled back, and Captain Link using his buildings to kind of make a wall, you know, kind of prevent Alligator from using all the space that he needs to flank his sharpshooters. Alligator is not going to back away, but he realizes now that it's a little bit too late. Blockhouses are up, and the blockhouses are going to help him, Captain Link defend. Alligator is attempting to perform a flanking maneuver with cavalry, but he is not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's going to pull out, and yeah, he decides to give up that aggression. And Captain Link is well located to take this game. I mean, he's an age ahead. He has 14 vills, but his 14 vills are pretty much secured from any possible aggression. And look, with each tower, he's getting some state militia. So very potent age up with Tennessee, with the federal state of Tennessee. Alligator, a little bit in a complicated spot. He is currently sitting on 28 vills, so substantial economic lead for Mr. Alligator. But he keeps on losing this infantry mass. He keeps losing units pretty much for no gain, no benefit. He goes in, eats a volley of gunpowder fire in the face, and then he pulls out. He's going to try that again. He's attempting to idle PvP. That is what he's trying, but he doesn't really have the numbers to do it. And this very defensive position allows PvP to collect freely. I mean, he's sitting between 4 towers, 2 blockhouses, 2 towers, and a town center. So look at this flanking maneuver coming from Alligator, and he's going to be idling the United States villagers. So that's good, but he is going to... No, he didn't lose any cavalry, so that actually was worth his time, a little bit of idle time. The score technically is still ahead. Captain Link PvP with the age up and the technologies. Now, do remember that this is a little bit misleading. The reason why he's ahead in score is because of the upgrades to the blockhouses as well. So that's something that you kind of have to remember. And again, look at this. Captain Link pushing away the Haudenosaunee player with a very massive army here. Especially when you consider that Captain Link has not spent a single resource on units at the moment. And it doesn't seem like he's going to be making any units. If you look at the macro, we can already tell that he's aging. He's going to be aging up to the industrial era pretty quickly, using the Minutemen to grow his numbers. And we're going to see what kind of card he's going to send. He's going to send the 1,000 Wood, pretty interesting card. He's going to be pushing. I think the reason why he is pushing is because he wants to distract the HAUDE player and buy himself enough time to get to the age 4. The HAUDE player with 32 civilian units, not a bad number. Very little army, but we can see double Warhods producing the Force Prowlers, a very good unit, excellent versus infantry. A unit that could very well punish the USA player. There you go, and he's trying to idle PvP once again with a couple of raids, but not really successful here. And he's committed to this fight. I think he underestimates the amount of numbers that he is facing. Sharpshooters have also a 40% range resist, so even though the Forest Prowlers are excellent units, the range resist of the Sharpshooters really help them trade efficiently against these units. Now, PvP is already on his way to the 4th era with the AJAP, with the federal state of New Jersey. Very, very good. He's pulling back to his space. He doesn't want to take a fight yet. He knows that the HAUDE player is massing and massing. And we can see that there was a forward shipment, economic shipment. I think that was a little bit of a mistake with the HAUDE player. Very interesting. Macro-wise, it's looking pretty good. 16 versus 17. He's making nothing but Forest Prowlers. These guys, I believe, have a card because they have 42 extra hit points. Actually, no, they don't have a card yet. But they might have an update. An upgrade, I mean. So, Captain Link has made it to the industrial era. He's going to be gathering these books. He's a very cultured man. He likes to read. And he's now going to be he's going to be pushing forward with this army of his. He has a horse artillery piece in the back. So that could possibly help him take and win this fight. But ooh, nice little volley targeting the Forest Prowlers. And he is training his favorite unit in the entire game, the Cowboy. A unit with 45 attack. Excellent. So he... This was kind of even. I think HAUDE got the treasure, the 210 treasure. He killed some units, but ultimately this was not a decisive fight. A little bit of idle units, idle vills that are going to be paying the price. Miss Micro from Alligator. And Alligator kind of has to fight it. I mean, in a way he does. Because if he loses these 4 huts, he's not going to be able to produce any units anymore. Now, the macro for Captain Link has completely been switched into gold, and the reason why is because he's going to be producing these very cheap and affordable cowboys, which cost 5 population, but they have excellent stats for their cost. Using the horse artillery to siege the forward hut, very, very aggressive move. And Alligator doesn't really have an answer to this, because if he goes in, the horse artillery is going to destroy or kill most of his skirm units. He's on his way up to the 4th era with the warrior, but this is looking kind of gray for Alligator. Very difficult situation to be in. Alligator is thinking his next move. He did age up 2 light cannons and a travois. 2 light cannons will be an effective answer to the horse artillery, but how is he going to stop this massive units? How is he going to prevent them from, sniping his cannons for free? 34 villagers for HAUDE, 24 for the USA player. Keep in mind the US player now has a factory on the ground. He's going to be using it to make houses. You know, he's already pop cap, and even though his army's not that big, and it is because these cowboys are five pop each. Very interesting. Taking a couple of volleys. An excellent micro on Alligator. A little bit of a bug here. This cannon should have... oh, that is a shame. This cannon got bugged, so he really should have killed the horse artillery with those 2 light cannons, and now he's in a tough spot. He doesn't have a solution to this problem. He's going to be forced to send the 4 light cannons instead of an economic shipment, and you can tell that he is in a complicated situation. He is pop cap. He is being pressured by this very mobile opponent who is able to hurt him a lot more than he can hurt him back. You know, like, I think Captain Link has inflicted a lot more damage to Alligator throughout the game, even though he was initially playing defensive, and that is very interesting to see. So the nice volley, but he targeted the Marines, so the Marines did really well to tank that. Scores are, again, ooh, nice volley right there, picking up the horse artillery. That was actually quite nice from Alligator. I do like to see the fog of war, because it kind of explains how these players are, you know, reacting and moving their units around. When you have the entire division of the map, you kind of miss out on that strategic, tactical aspect of the game. And we're going to be seeing what Captain Link does next. I mean, if you think about it, this deck has pretty much every single unit shipment in H4 that he could possibly want. If he wanted to, he could just send the 4 Culverines and end the game right there. Because the 4 Culves will trade very well against these light cannons. What he's going to be doing now, I think, is that he's going to be raiding with his Cowboys while playing defensive here in the home front. So, yeah, killing Vils. And idling his opponent. And what did he send? He did send the Magyar Hussar. So this is basically going to be GG. These units alone, these 9 Huss, are going to be able to clean up these cannons on skirms pretty easily. These guys have 1,000 HP. How is this legal? I don't know. The devs thought this unit would be balanced. I don't know if it's balanced. I don't think so. But look at this. He's picking up all the mass right here. I mean, you don't even have to bring the Cowboys. You could just let the Magyars do their job. And he's placing the flag too. And the flag is going to give a nice little bonus to attack as well. And that's it. Complete cleanup. Insane. 17 minutes. And we have a complete cleanup with the industrial age unit of the Magyar. So very well played to both players, and a big thank you to Captain Link for sending me this replay to be tested on the YouTube channel. Let's have a quick recap on the post-game statistics. Economic resources, pretty even, 20k versus 21k. Military, we have 72 units made by the USA player, by Captain, versus 74 by the Horushani player. But this is very misleading, because these Cowboys, these are 5 pop units. If we go look into military unit population, Captain Link is fighting with over 120 military pop, whereas the Horushani player is playing with 54. I don't think this was a very even game. I think this game was good, but I feel like Captain Link dictated the tempo, and Alligator was always trying to catch up and kind of trying to react, and ultimately that cost him the game. If we look at the villager count, look at this uneven villager population, 19 units versus almost 36, but it did not matter because he couldn't deal with the units. So GG's. If you guys enjoyed this casted game, don't forget to check me out on Twitch. The links are going to be on the description. And if you like the video on YouTube, you're always welcome to subscribe, like, and comment. I will also be posting on this casted game a link to the USA player, Captain Link. so you guys can check him out. So I hope you enjoyed. Cheers.